Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans all around the world, let's talk some boxing. You're watching What You Need. You know one of my pet peeves? One of my pet peeves is hearing some of these casual fans talk about an unknown fighter as if he's a bum. You know, if you guys don't know a fighter's name or you don't know the fighter, at least give the fighter due respect by going and looking them up and look up their fights at least before you say anything. A lot of these people, they're so disrespectful. I was listening to an interview with Sean Porter, and the guy interviewing, he's from New York and he's working for Ellie Seckback News. The dude was so disrespectful about the opponent, Adrian Broner, his last opponent, which is Alec Verdiev. He's like, this Alec Verdiev, I mean, the dude has a career, and whether you think he's at the highest level or not, give the guy respect by at least pronouncing his name correctly. And two, at least look up the guy's fights, look up the guy's career. Give the guy the respect he deserves. A lot of times, and this is one of my pet peeves with some of the American people, they're so proud and boastful that they actually look stupid sometimes. You go up on your network television or somewhere and you disrespect a foreign fighter. Okay, the name's hard to pronounce. I could understand that. Shorten it up or do something, but give the fighters respect. This dude was a former world champion. I've seen it again in other cases, and I'll bring it to your attention right now, that the guy who beat Amir Imam, all right, Granados, again, not a well-known fighter. Those people who are plugged into boxing knew he faced a number of credible names, and some argue that he won the fights, okay, like Alec Verdiev. And the thing about it is the dude didn't get his break. And he comes now and stuns everybody, including myself, by defeating Amir Imam. You know, if you guys don't realize 2015 has been a year of upsets, the last thing you need to be doing is trying to give the bum treatment to someone you just don't know. If the opponent is unknown, do some homework on the opponent if you can find something on them. Because sometimes these are the opponents that end up doing things like what James Buster Douglas did to Mike Tyson. You underestimate somebody because you don't know anything about them, and therefore your favorite fighter or the fighter who is named gets his butt whooped. And then afterwards you're like, wow, and you're jumping all over this person as if they're the best thing since sliced bread, when you know in your heart you didn't esteem them as anything. Okay? Another thing I don't like, and it's a peeve of mine, is when people start jumping on the bandwagon with a fighter, and then when the fighter loses or they don't look good, they jump off the bandwagon and start bashing the fighter. What kind of fans are you guys? Okay? One day you're a fan of this fighter, next day you're not only criticizing, but you're bashing the fighter? Come on, man. So, if you're true fans of the sport of boxing, you're always going to be pro-fighter. You're always going to admire the fighters in boxing. Okay, you're always going to be looking to uplift the names of the fighters in boxing because you want to see the sport of boxing on that level. All right? If you're going to criticize someone, at least do some homework on them before you start to criticize them, because a lot of you guys don't know shit about boxing. You just don't. You don't even know what's going on in the ring. And it's kind of annoying to hear somebody who knows nothing about the sport bashing a fighter who has more knowledge than you have ever had knowledge in anything in your life. Anyway, that's my take on things. You guys have a great one.